My name is James Donnelly, and this is my family's history. My family is a combination of Irish, German, Polish, and Italian ancestry. My mother's family accounts for much of my German heritage. My father's family consists of my Irish, Polish, and Italian heritage. My family's history was defined by key events in history such as the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the Great Irish Potato Famine, the Great Depression, and World War II. I am a family of 5. I have a mom, Julia, a dad, Steve, and 2 sisters, Ella and Clara. I'm the middle child. My sister Ella is 3 years older than me, and my sister Clara is 3 years younger than me. My parents met while attending college. They were studying at the University of California, San Diego. When they met, my father was a junior and my mother was a freshman. My parents were introduced to each other at Welcome Week activities, a dance in the cafeteria. While at the dance, their friends ditched them and they were stuck talking to each other. From there, a relationship was made. They got married in 1995 at a church in La Jolla, San Diego. My Irish family immigrated to America in the 1840s, after the Great Irish Potato Famine. They were farmers in South Dakota for many generations until my great-grandmother and grandfather left during World War II. My grandmother worked in intelligence at the Pentagon, and my grandfather worked on radar systems at MIT for the Army. The German side of my family immigrated to America in the 1770s, specifically in 1776. They settled in Pennsylvania and remained there for many years. Many of them fought in the Revolutionary War as well as the Civil War. The Polish side of the family came in the 1910s. They moved to Colorado where they were coal miners. My great-grandfather died of black lung and my great-uncle died in a coal mining accident. The Italian side came to Ellis Island in 1906. They settled in Cleveland, then moved to Santa Monica, California during the Great Depression. They lived there in a trailer on the beach where my great-grandmother lived for the remainder of her life. The origin of my last name is Irish. The name Donnelly originally appeared in Gaelic as O'Donnelly, derived from the words Don, which means brown, and Gaul, which means valor. I was named after the first Donnelly to come to America. His name was obviously James Donnelly. He arrived in Pennsylvania in 1811. The name James is the most popular American name of the last 100 years. James is the English form of the Hebrew name of Jacob, meaning being held by the heel, one who holds back another. My middle name is Redding. This was chosen as my middle name because it is my mother's maiden name. Redding is a name of ancient Anglo-Saxon origin and comes from my family once having lived in a village of Redding, found in the county of Berkshire. In my diverse culture, we have many famous dishes, such as pizza and pasta on my Italian side, and pierogies and kielbasa from my Polish side. My grandmother has a spaghetti and meatballs recipe that has been passed down for many generations. Religion is an important part of my family. My family is Catholic on both my mom and my dad's side. As a Catholic family, we celebrate Christmas and Easter. We also attend church every Sunday. Catholicism is a major factor in my life. Many people in my family have served in the military. My great-grandmother worked on the Enola Gay, the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan. My dad is currently a commander in the Coast Guard. My grandfather retired as a lieutenant colonel in the Army. He worked in intelligence. Also, my cousin is in the Army. My 9th great-grandmother was a victim of the Salem witch trials. Her name was Susanna Martin. She lived in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Her family immigrated to New England from Buckinghamshire, England. In 1692, at the age of 71, she was accused of being a witch by several residents of Salem Village. Susanna was arrested and tried for witchcraft. None of the accused were represented by counsel, and during her trial, she defended herself defiantly. She was found guilty and hanged on July 19, 1692, along with 4 other women. All were placed in a shallow, unmarked grave. Over 400 people were accused during the Salem witchcraft hysteria. Of those convicted, 20 were executed and 4 died in prison. She was the 5th great-grandmother of the 21st President Chester A. Arthur, otherwise known as the most forgotten U.S. President. I'm related to the 21st President of the United States. I did not know this until I recently started researching my family's history. Chester Alan Arthur was an American attorney and politician who served as the 21st President of the United States from 1881 to 1885. He was the 20th Vice President of the United States and became the President upon the assassination of President James Garfield in September 1881. During his presidency, he presided over the rebirth of the United States Navy. He signed the Chinese Exclusion Act, which resulted in denying citizenship to Chinese Americans until 1898 and barring Chinese immigration until 1943. He wasn't the greatest president, he wasn't the worst president. Nevertheless, I'm honored to be related to a prolific historical leader. I have a cousin who played football. He was a running back for Colorado State University. He was inducted into the Colorado State Athletic Hall of Fame and played for the Indianapolis Colts in the NFL. Here are some of his highlights.
Hands it off. This is McDougal. Big hole. He's at midfield. 45-40.
He went on to be ranked 4th at CSU in career rushing yards and 3rd in career touchdowns with 36.
He gets the call short side of the field. Big hole. He's at the 30, 35. He's at the 40. He's at midfield to the 40, 35, 30, 25, and finally run out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Wow, leave it to Kevin McDougal.
I may not have royalty blood, but I have something close to it. A few years ago, I found out I was related to Joe Montana. If you don't know who Joe Montana is, he is known as the greatest quarterback in NFL history. Here are some of his highlights from his illustrious career.
Montana throws a pass. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Just as fine a pass as you're going to see, I'll tell you.
Looking down toward the end zone. A 49er touchdown.
Montana rolls right, looking to throw. He throws into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Montana with the game in the balance. Stepped up, throws.
Looking to throw, and he throws into the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, San Francisco. Like white spark, he may have taken the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Montana started his NFL career in 1979 with the San Francisco 49ers, where he played there for the next 14 seasons. While a member of the 49ers, Montana started and won 4 Super Bowls and was the first player to ever have been named Super Bowl's most valuable player 3 times. He also holds the Super Bowl career record for the most passes without an interception and the highest all-time quarterback rating. Montana was elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2000. I'm honored to be related to a sports figure of his caliber. I still haven't met the guy, but I hope I'll meet him at a family reunion one day. The breakdown of our relation is that my great-great-grandmother's cousin was Joe Montana's grandmother. My dad's side of the family has many entrepreneurs, one of the most successful being my cousin Omar Solomon, who is the founder and CEO of College Hunks Hauling Junk. He has made appearances on many shows such as Shark Tank, Millionaire Matchmaker, and multiple news programs. Here is a clip of him on Fox News and one of his advertisements.
The name of the company is College Hunks Hauling Junk. 2 millennials in college started their own business, a moving business. They move students, I believe. Joining us now, Omar Solomon, one of the hunks who started the whole thing going. Omar, welcome to the program, and congratulations, young man.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'ma go call the college hunks to haul my junk. My junk goes to the dump. My junk goes to the dump, 'cause I call the college hunks. Check it out.
This concludes the story of my family's history. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.